Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Awaken Life 888. My name is Tracy and I am here to discuss everything healing, getting past, getting through unapologetically. It's a struggle. It's not easy, but I'm here today to give you encouragement because it's possible. Now, you may not end up 100%. I don't know too many that are. But baby, you can live in peace and you can have a functioning adult life, healthy decisions, and to live with courage. Because on this channel, I'm trying to encourage adults 50 and over to heal and to take off the rose-colored glasses of your childhood. This video, and I'm going to be referring to my notes, guys. This video is for adults that came up in homes that were full of tension, criticism, and emotional neglect. And that's what we are dealing with in our culture. A lot of unhealed adults. And some will say, well, we all right. You all right because you haven't left it. Seems normal to turn a blind eye to abuse. So many adults grow up covering up emotional abuse, the lack of love within their childhood structure. And what happens? You end up passing it down to the next generation. Your kids get it, and then you have grandkids. It's just chaos and destruction one generation until somebody says enough is enough. This must stop. It doesn't look pretty. It looks as though you are cutting off who you were, and the ones left on the other side are going to think you're wicked and a host of other negative things. But you got to get beyond that. This is deeper than what they say. It's so selfish, excuse me, to sit up and to continue in dysfunction, to put pretty and perfume on something that stinks. Honey, that thing got to be washed off and uncovered so that it can grow and so that it can flourish. It's not natural to not say, I love you. It's unnatural to cringe because someone hugs you. Because you never stepped out and allowed yourself or been capable enough to accept love, you think that's normal. You call that strength. Honey, that's a wall. That's bars. It comes from our childhoods. You wanted to love, but nothing or no one ever felt safe enough. You had to build up walls. You had to get tough skin to withstand because you grew up in such a harsh environment. It turned into a way of survival, to conform, to check and scan environments. But as you get older, as you become wiser, all of that don't work no more. And if you are still in that role, it begins to literally make you sick. You continuously question yourself. Is something wrong with me? I know for me, on a personal note, I was so busy trying to understand what the hell was wrong with me because I was, people go off on me. People would get side me and tell me, you're not shit now. You're not shit, right? And I would say nothing. Yeah, I know I got a past. I've done some crazy things in my life, but God forgives me. But I know people gonna always look at me in a certain way. I held that shit in me, and I was very angry with myself for that. Because number one, I had been conditioned to never look at anybody else's deeds. My deeds were so horrible. Who was I to ever look at what anybody else did? And number two, hell, I was scared. I was afraid. I knew people were doing wrong and they had their life, but I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want the backlash. I didn't want the harsh criticism. As time went on, I began to criticize the fact that I was putting up with a lot. And I had changed. My children constantly reminded me that I was a good person, a good mom, a loving mom, but I ain't, because it wasn't coming from the people that I wanted to be validated from. The ones I validated, but they never validated me. That's who I wanted it from. But with a lot of love and a lot of strength, courage, I was able to pull myself up from under that spell work. Remember, the words that people speak over you, they got power in them. You keep hearing the same thing about yourself. You began to believe it. And if you're not real careful, you start acting on it. Some of you believe you got to be the funniest person in the room because the people in the room make you uncomfortable. You don't have to pretend for nobody. If you serious and you are no nonsense individual, be that. Make these people rise up to who they need to be in your presence, not the other way around. We shrink, we make ourselves this small to be in the company of people who are nothing at all. You a whole 10 trying to pull up these great big old zeros. They zeros. They see the light in you. They see the promises of God in your life. But until you decide to stop allowing people to dim that in you, you're going to continue on that journey. And I hope today that you choose yourself. People pleasing in this new world, it's over. You don't even have to do that anymore. The struggle of being a scapegoat, it's all over. All you got to do now is take the time out to choose yourself and to be truthful to yourself with the stories that you tell yourself so you can heal, baby. You deserve it. You are worth it. And once you heal, it's a domino effect. You're going to affect everything around you because you are a transformer. You didn't come here to put up with all of this over and over and over again. It's time for us to mature and to become responsible for our right now behaviors. We cannot change the past. It happened. You was unprotected. And I'm here to sound the alarm and let you know, nope, it was not your fault. You were a child that deserved protection. But it didn't happen that way. But here you are right now. Look at you. You are right, baby. All right, guys, I hope you found some value in what I'm saying this morning. I love y'all, and I'm praying the best for you. Everybody that's on this channel. YouTube is full of healers. And they're fighting. We're fighting because you're dealing with a lot of gray areas. You got religion on this side. You got just everything. I'm not even going to get into that. Maybe we'll say that for another video. But anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to go out here, get me some sun for a little bit and tend to this garden that's, Lord, is hanging in there because this heat won't let it. Not right now. But I'm hoping and praying for a long fall so some of these crops can maybe recover, So we'll see. But anyway, I will see you guys back in my next one. Bye.